Benigno. I'm the coordinator of the DIGI ENE Initiative in the ETF. I will start maybe giving the floor to Manuel, who is the leader of the ENE network, and then we will move to a short introduction of all the participants. Manuel, please.
Hello, partners, friends. Pleasure to see you and to welcoming you on board on one of the thematic approaches that we implement in ENE Network and in the Vocational Excellence Project. I think you all know me. And I had the opportunity also recently in Lyon in the Forum of Excellence to meet some of you in person, and also some other colleagues. And I am now looking at Daniela, who in Serbia Aviation Academy celebrate birthday, and also our colleagues from the ETF. I think it was Gordon there, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, all the participants from the different memberships and countries, which are, I'm going to mention Serbia, Aviation Academy, Georgia, LEP, also Serbia Technical School, Subotica, Egypt, School of Applied Technology, Digital Skills Department, and Turkey, Automotive Industry, Sporters Associations, also from Turkey, FAT Lab in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and colleagues from North Macedonia also, and Morocco, City of Trades and Skills. And I think also, yes, we recently in Casablanca, we thanks again them because they hosted a fantastic visit to the city of the métiers in Rabat, and we had the opportunity to meet also together in person. So first thing I want to tell you, I want to pass you very few messages. First is that the Network for Excellence and the Vocational Excellence Project at the ETF, also the initiative in digitalization and DIGI will be, we want to, let's say, we started to plan in 2024 a second life, and we want to be with you for the next years, for sure. So we want to consolidate this discussion on excellence and digitalization. So what we are pursuing, but first of all, is vocational excellence in the different, with your different roles in the provision level, but also we want to rise and we want to move in particular in 2025 in the planning strategy of the ETF in vocational excellence, on discussing also on your potential role, using your potential role and experience for challenging a bit the discussion on policy frameworks, which is one of the, let's say, challenges that many of you still have in your respective context, local and international, in particular addressing the role of Center of Excellence, which are named in your countries different ways and on different forms, depending on nomenclatures and context and cultural debate in your countries. And we want to do this in particular also to support continuously your developmental needs. So digitalization in this case, and DIGI is going to fulfill, let's say, a core role for understanding better, sharing experiences and gaining learning from all of us on how digitalization is part of education and teaching and learning business in your environment, but also identifying needs for learning more and for sharing experience and transmit our excellence to others. Second, I said advocating for policy framework. This is something that strategically I put it here just at the beginning of this discussion and of this sharing practice session, and also for, let's say, using our international networking capacity for engaging other actors and learning from others, but also to discuss on policies from others. We have new materials and new members, of course. New materials, meaning also we have a recent analysis in the second wave of self-assessment tool, NSAT, our network self-assessment questionnaire that many of you already also filled in the second wave. I think Loretta also can help us on sharing new reports that maybe in this discussion could be useful. And having said that, thanking you very much again and looking forward for this new life of DIGI. And I pass the floor to my colleagues. Roberto, maybe you want to say something before to pass the floor again to Filippo to introduce the work that we want to do all together today. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Jose Manuel. Yes, just to say that my name is Roberto Righi, and together with my colleague Marta Tibura, we work for STEPS, which is a research center based in Bologna, Italy, focused on innovative teaching and learning. And we support ETF for the DIGI ENE Initiative, and in particular for the peer learning activities, and we are the co-organizer of the study visit to Madrid, and some of you will actively participate in presence. I guess that you received many emails from me in the last months. Sorry for spamming your email account with a lot of information and requests, but we wanted to be as effective as possible to organize the study visit. Then later on, I will present you the agenda and the info pack and all the information that you may need. But now, finally, you can put a face on the person that you were talking to during the last month.
Thank you very much. The idea is to quickly introduce ourselves. It's many of us, so I'll kindly ask you to be super brief, so that we keep enough time also for the presentation, study visit, and most of all, the presentation of the Aviation Academy. I'll start giving the floor to Loretta and Marta. Loretta, Marta, and Roberto are basically the team of DIGI ENE together with me. They are the ones doing 99% of the work. So Loretta, if you can.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I am Loretta Calcagno, and I am a project officer at ETF for Vocational Excellence Project. I work strictly on different initiatives of ETF Network of Excellence, but I am more administrative, let's say, staff, helping and supporting the experts in managing events, activities, and meetings, and all other, let's say, aspects of initiatives. So in case of any doubts, you can contact me or Inna, my colleague, and we welcome you in this new initiative of DIGI ENE. I pass the floor to Marta.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marta Tibura. I work for STEPS. I'm happy to be part of this initiative. And daily, I work in different international projects. I develop resources for teachers. And you will, I think until December, we will work very often together. So thanks. Thanks a lot.
Maybe we move to the one who are hosting us virtually today. So Daniela.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Please turn on. Okay. So I'm very happy to be a part of this initiative, since we, as Aviation Academy, are from the very beginning in ETF. My name is Daniela Manic. I'm a director of the College of Applied Studies Aviation Academy, and I will be the one who will join you in Madrid during on-site visit. Since we have a very tight schedule, this is the reason why there are two of us, me, myself, and my colleague Maria, who will be actually today your main host. Unfortunately, I have to join another meeting in Ministry of Education, and it was impossible to postpone. So I will be present only without camera, only listening. But Maria, I'm pretty sure she will do hosting in the best manner ever. So I'm happy to be here, happy to see familiar faces, and look forward to meeting you in Madrid.
Thank you very much. Maria? Maybe we move. Well, here she is. We cannot hear you. Okay, we move, and so you managed to fix the audio. So I'll just call you basically on the order I have on my screen. So Merv. No, we have also an issue of audio. Don't know why. Maybe I try to pass the floor to Gurey. First of all, I apologize if I mispronounce your names.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, please.
Sorry about that. Our camera is sometimes broken, so I will going to like
no problem. We will see you later on.
First of all, thank you very much, everyone who participated in this organization. My name is Gurey Köken. I am School of the Principal of the Automotive Exporters Association Vocational and Technical Anatoly High School. Our school is an institution that provides vocational education at high school level. Our school provides education service to 750 students with 80 teachers and 20 staff. Our students receive vocational training and files of the industrial automation, machinery, electric and electronics, automotive information, and welding. So I am excited and happy about the visit, which will be held between 14 to 19 October. So that's all for us just now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone. Yes.
Osama, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes.
My name is Osama Bikhit. I am 48 years old. I work in the Ministry of Education as an electric technology teacher at WE School of Applied Technology. I hold a master's degree in industrial education, specialist high voltage electric. I am very happy to be invited to travel to Spain. Thank you.
You're welcome, Osama. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Merv, can we try the audio? No, we still cannot. I don't know why. We move on. We'll see you later. Emil?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm glad to be a member of this hardworking and honorable team. I am lecturer in the technical school in Subotica. We have different occupations in our school: electrical engineering, computer science, mechanical engineering, and traffic engineering. We have 1,300 students and more than 130 lecturers. We are biggest school in our surrounding, and we have a long history, and we had some obligations yet. We are not completely new member, but we are here in this ETF system approximately 1 year. And
okay. Thank you very much, Merv. I think we can.
Okay, can you hear me?
Now. Yes.
Sorry for this. Thank you, Filippo. First of all, I would like to greet all participants. My name is Merve Şaban. I'm from Turkey. I'm here representing Ministry of National Education, Directorate General for Innovation and Educational Technologies. Our departments related to this work are departments for digital skills and R&D and ecosystem. I would like to briefly talk about our main areas of work. In digital skills departments, we prepare training to teachers to improve their digital skills. And in R&D and ecosystem departments, we monitor and evaluate the educational technology sector with professional learning laboratories. I guess I don't have much time right now. I hope to provide more detailed information about our work areas and contribute to the initiative at our meeting in Madrid. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thanks to you. Just to remind everybody that we will have opportunities to have a peer learning online, peer learning visit to all of our centers. So we'll definitely have the opportunity to discuss in detail all of the centers. Hisham. Hisham, can you hear us? Seeing that you unmuted yourself, but we cannot hear. We will investigate this technical issue in the meantime. No, we cannot hear you, Hisham. Don't know why. Let's see later. Mr. Khalua.
Hello, everybody. It's Khawla Najah. I am head of communication in the City of Trades and Skills in Rabat, Morocco. We were actually very glad to welcome you when you were here. And so yeah, Hisham is with me in the City of Trades and Skills. I don't know, maybe he have a technical issue, but all in all, I'm very glad to be part of the team and to meet all of you. And unfortunately, it was not possible for me to make it to Spain, but Hisham will be there to represent the institute. So yeah, to make it short, let's just see if Hisham is ready to talk with you, and maybe we will discuss more
Hisham?
After that.
We hear something. No, not yet. Let's move to Edin.
Hey guys, hope you can hear me very well. There may be some background noise as I'm moving to the important meeting at 2:30, so I have the hard deadline on that time. I'm the director of the FABA Bosnia Herzegovina. We are the research technology organization dedicated for the Industry 4. We are very heavily equipped with the very powerful and large Industry 4 laboratories. We do a lot of work with the EIT, especially IT manufacturing. Also, we do a lot of Horizon and Erasmus programs dedicated for the education, and mostly in capacity building at the vet side. So we currently have like 3 ongoing projects, really large ones. I'm really glad that we are part of this initiatives and that we'll be cooperating together. We'll see each other in Madrid. I'll be one coming to Madrid, so looking forward to see you guys.
Thank you very much. We are glad that you're part of it. Georgi?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm glad to meet you. I'm in extra situation. I'm driving, but can stop. Very happy to meet you first time. I'm a teacher in college, microelectronics and robotics trainer also, and I'm waiting for meet you in Madrid. Very glad to meet you.
Thank you very much. We are also glad.
Thank you for inviting. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think that I mean we will have several opportunities to meet you all in person. So I would like to see if Maria audios have been fixed. Because yes.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Maria Josipovic. I'm an English teacher at Aviation Academy with almost 18 years of experience. I teach English, general English, and aviation English. I'm also English language proficiency examiner and assessor for pilots and air traffic controllers. And I'm part of the Erasmus programs here, and I'm glad to be involved in this initiative also. So looking forward to working with you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Inna from ETF. Sorry not to give you the floor earlier.
Hello, we are back to ETF team. I am project manager of the project, which is called the Vocational Excellence, in the framework of which we have this, let's say, mini project on digitalization of teaching and learning. And I work closely with Loretta Calcagno and with Manuel Galvin Arribas, who is expert team leader of this project. Okay, I wish you a successful webinar and successful work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think it was very important to have a quick round of introduction. I will now have a super short presentation to present you what we are going to do, what we have done in the past, what we're going to do this year in DIGI ENE. I'll be fast because I want to save as much time as possible for the presentation from our host. You should be able to see the PowerPoint. Can you confirm? You're sharing?
Yes.
Okay, it's only 3 slides. I'll go super quick. The path so far in DIGI ENE, we started 3 years ago. We had the first phase where we wanted to introduce the thematic area of digitalization to all our members. So we decided to approach all the ENE members, and we have quite an instructive program of webinars organized by STEPS, our contractor. And we've also supported some specific development projects for some centers of excellence who volunteered to actually take part in this activity. At the bottom of the slide, in any case, you will receive all the presentations from today after the meeting. You will see the link. I invite you to go to this page, which is the open space page of DIGI ENE, because all these webinars have been recorded. There's quite a lot of materials on different thematic areas linked to digitalization. We had a second phase where we focus more on digitalization in continuing education. We had a more specific focus, but they were also open to all the ENE members. We have addressed both issues of how to use digital teaching and learning to improve continuing education, but also the issue of digital upskilling of adults. And this is the third phase where we decided to actually focus more on exchanges of practices. So instead of having all the activities open to all our members, we have tried to identify specific covers which are particularly advanced and experienced in this area. What are we going to do this year? We call it learning from the braves, not learning from the best, because we're not here to actually evaluate and assess your experience and to give you a badge of honor, but we really want you to share the path that you've taken in improving digitalization teaching in your institution. Braves, because we know that introducing digitalization actually affects deeply the teaching and learning process, is not as straightforward as it may look. It has a number of complications, and that's why we really would like to know how you've managed, how you've tried, and what's your personal history in this thematic area. We will have learning from within our group. We organize peer learning exchanges with the members of DIGI ENE. And this is the first one. We will have peer learning from the outside, so through the study visit to Spain and the participation to the All Digital Summit. And we will have network building. So we would like to really establish a network between, first of all, the members of DIGI ENE, so that you have the opportunities to cooperate, exchange contacts, exchange experience, even outside the activities that we will organize. Network within ENE, we will have several occasions this year and next year to present, to discuss with the other members of the ENE network, and within the broader EU framework of COVES, which is this broader framework of Center of Excellence, which is present in Europe, to which you will also be integrated. Now, I show a slide which is called draft because the planning has not been finalized, so I cannot confirm that this will take place, but this is our ideas, and we really look forward to have something similar. So we would like to organize a peer learning experience within the COVES network, so really visiting a big event where all the COVES network is present, so that you have the opportunity to showcase to them. And then we would like to discuss and prepare some thematic digital pills where you can present something specific, where you feel strong, that you really think that you're working very well to the other members of the ENE network. We still have opportunities to discuss together what we can do in 2025. We will do it in Madrid. We will do it during the peer learning visit. So for 2020, sorry, this is 2025, the door is still open. I'll pass the floor now to Roberto, who will give us a quick overview of the study visit in Madrid. And if you have any question on DIGI ENE in general or the study visit, we will open a very short question and answer session after Roberto's presentation.
Thank you, Filippo. So first of all, as I was saying before, I will be your reference for the study visit in Madrid. I will be there together with my colleague Marina and with Filippo, of course, and we will guide you for during these 4 days together, partly at the All Digital Conference and also visiting other interesting institutions. So we will be together some days, and I hope that they will be fruitful for everybody. We will do our best, of course. Now I would like to share the agenda. First of all, of course, you will receive the agenda by email, together with an info pack, together with some information about how to reach the hotel, the name of the hotel, of course, some suggestions on what to see in Madrid, and of course, maybe we will also create a WhatsApp group if you all agree with your telephone number, so that we can be in touch, and just in case you need something, you can always find a way to get in contact with us. And but this is the agenda, okay? This is the presentation, of course, and the main objectives and the summary of what we are going to do. So this is exactly what Filippo and Manuel were explaining at the beginning. We booked the flight for everybody in order that you will be there on the 14th, of course, with different times and different arrivals from different locations. But we organized in a way that you will be there on the 14th. This is the name of our hotel, Hotel Gran Versalles. It's in the Chueca district, neighborhood of Madrid. And it's a 4-star hotel. You can find information in the website. The accommodation is together with the breakfast. Our idea would be to have a first dinner together around 8 in the hotels, because it will be easier for all of you, especially after a long trip. We are not sure that we will be in time for the dinner. Of course, we will maybe check in the days just the week before the event. So I will email you once again to check if you can manage it in order to be all together, so we can eat something together and have a rest before the first day. We will meet in the hotel lobby for a first get-together, so to know each other and exchange some ideas, expectations, input, contributions. What would you like to get from this event and so on. So we will meet directly in the hotel, and then we will go all together to the first institution, which is Puerta Bonita, Center of Vocational Training. In the agenda, you will also find the website of each institutions we are going to visit, so that you can get more or less an idea of what you can expect, and maybe also to prepare some questions if you are interested in a specific issue and aspects you would like to go in depth. And after the break, we will also visit the Fundación Universidad Empresa, which is another institution in Madrid, and another dinner, of course, all together at 8. The day 2 and the day 3, 16th and 17th of October, we will go all together to the All Digital Conference. So the All Digital is a big conference in the outskirts of Madrid, where you will find workshops, training sessions, presentations, conferences, and other related events that you will be, of course, free to choose and attend. We will go together, we will come back together, but of course you will be free, for example, in case of parallel sessions, to decide to attend one workshop rather than the other, of course. The lunches will be provided by the All Digital organizers in this case, but only for us, only for special ETF group. But of course, you will receive information about that. The last day, the 18th, we will meet together once again in the morning, and we will have first a visit at this ministry institution, the National Institute of Educational Technologies and Training of Teachers. And we think this would be a very interesting opportunity for all of us. So we'll be hosted by the ministry. And we are negotiating with them which kind of activities, which kind of initiatives we can be presented about. We will also have another study visit, another vocational center, Technical and Vocational Education Training, José Luis Garci. And finally, we will have another visit at the Hero Camp, which is an excellence in terms of digitalization and technologies for education. We have still to decide together with these last two institutions, timing and so on, but of course for the time of our visit, everything will be settled down, but it's just a matter to decide what time we can meet. We would like to have a very short wrap-up session at the end in order to see if your expectations were met, if you learn something useful for your work, and so on. And then, of course, you will be free for a farewell dinner all together, and the departure of all the participants will happen the following days. For this, we also prepared I would say much detailed info pack in order to help you in your experience, in your travel and your visit to Madrid. I don't know if you can see it now. Yeah. And here you can find a lot of information about how to go from Madrid airport to the center, how to reach our hotel, some information about metro and train and bus and possible costs. So for example, here we said that you have plenty of possibilities on how to go from Madrid airport. You can even take a taxi. We know that there should be kind of fixed price of 30 euros, but maybe this should be checked. So maybe it could be also 40. So it's around this price. Otherwise, of course, you can find many other options like bus, train, and metro. This is our accommodation. And these are all the suggestions on how to reach the hotel. If you want to use the metro, you will have to buy this special card called tarjeta, which means card in Spanish, by the way. And it's a kind of rechargeable card. You know, this is very common in many European cities, especially capitals, in order to save paper and so on. So instead of having different paper tickets, you will have just one, which is a rechargeable card that you will use all along your durations, and that you have to recharge with some money in order to be used for the metro. But this is something that we can explain also when we meet, and of course you will also find very detailed information here. These are the key objectives, a very summarized agenda, but the specific version is in another file. Some suggestions about eating and what to see, and of course maps. This is some information about which kind of costs are covered by us. So more or less everything: flights, hotel accommodation with breakfast, 5 dinners, all the lunches, visa, possible visa cost. So your expenses will be only the local transport to get to your national airport in your country, and the local transport from Madrid airport to the hotel. So could possibly be the train or the metro and return, and any other extra cost, but more or less ATF provides coverage of all the other costs, and some information about email and telephone number, and the maps that we think could be useful for you to orient in Madrid when you will be there. So you will receive, I think, today, so we can send it by email to all the participants, both info pack and agenda for your knowledge. So I think
thank you very much, Roberto. I would maybe, instead of opening questions on the logistics, which could take quite some time, it's better maybe that you first reserve the info package and then contact us in case you have any doubt. You can contact us anytime. We are very flexible, and we would like to reply to all your questions before you leave. Maybe I think it's better to move on straight to the presentation of the Aviation Academy. So I will pass the floor to Maria.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just let me find and share the presentation with you. Okay. Documents.
If you have any problems, we can share for you the
Yes, I managed to
presentations.
share it yesterday. Yeah, you can share the first one, Aviation Academy.
Okay, so we try.
Loretta.
you.
Just 1 second, because I don't see the share bottom.
It's in green, below in green.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see. It was the most.
I didn't see either. It's because the fact is in green is actually misleading in more than I.
Yeah. Just open it. 1 second. Let me know if you can see it.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Screen sharing has stopped as the shared window is closed. It says to me.
Try again.
Let's try again. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, so I just try
to
put it in a mode that is presentation.
I cannot navigate now.
Can you see it?
Mm.
No, it entered a weird mode. No. Now it's yes.
Yes.
Yes, not in a share screen, but we can see it. Not in, sorry, in presentation mode, but we can see it. Let's start like this, and then we see if we can manage to. Okay. Maria, please.
Okay, yes, but
You can just say next slide when you want to change the slide.
yes. So hello everyone again. I try to represent our school as I'll give my best today. So Aviation Academy, as you can see, is a national training center, which means that encompasses formal education and informal also, and it includes license-based education, actually. So next slide, please. We are located. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Sorry. Can you see it or not?
Can I send a request for multiple presenter sharing for this meeting? So maybe that's how
Sorry,
I navigate.
I think it's
not possible.
Can you see it? Okay.
Yes. So we are based at two locations, Belgrade and Vršac Airport, which is 80 kilometers from the capital of Serbia, Belgrade. And in Belgrade, we have, first of all, VET secondary school with 11 dual education profiles. Then training centers and maintenance training organization, and college, which is higher education. College education, formal education for pilots, air traffic controllers, and aircraft maintenance technicians or engineers, actually, at this level. And Vršac encompasses actually pilot training center, which is part of the non-informal education, and also training for aircraft mechanics. And it has some accommodation facilities which should be completed by the end of this year. So to be more precise and more clear, show me the next slide, please. We have recently celebrated our 100th anniversary, and if you look at the slide, you will see that we have more than around 150 employees, including flight instructors, theoretical teachers, and practical trainers and administrative staff. Then more than 2,500 pilots trained so far, and they are working all over the world. So you can see that it says that they fly with more than 30 World Airlines. And moving to next slide, we can see that we are actually training National Training Center because we include formal education and informal, as I said. Informal is based in Vršac mostly, and Belgrade encompasses secondary school level 4 and college so far level 6, EQF level 6, and we are planning to have and introduce bachelor studies also, bachelor studies programs very soon. Okay, continue please with the next slide. Formal education means actually, yes, slide number 6, please. Yeah, that we have 11 dual educational profiles. Some of them, or majority of them, are civil. So aircraft maintenance technicians, mechatronic technicians, air transport technician, aviation, cybersecurity technician, etc., etc. And some of them are military profiles, which actually are concerned with missile system, radar system, and again, technicians, aircraft technicians also. What I want to tell you that we have 264 students enrolled each year. So the school itself has 1,000 students roughly. And we have 2 bilingual classes each year. Aircraft maintenance technicians are educated in English and in Serbian, and also air transport technicians are educated in this way. So please move on to the next slide. What is important here that curricula is designed in compliance with EASA standards, which is European Union Aviation Safety Agency. Education for secondary school is level 4. Bilingual programs that I mentioned earlier use CLIL methodology, so content and language integrated learning. We have Erasmus accreditation in the field of vocational education and training, and all these profiles are actually in the dual education system. So all of them, which means that we have on-job trainings and practical education that our students go to different companies to have their practical training. Okay, please move to next slide. This is the part about the College of Applied Studies. 72 students are enrolled each year, and there are 3 main study programs. One of them is air transport. It is actually for pilots. Then the second study program is for air traffic controllers, and the third one is for aeronautical engineers. So a higher education for aircraft maintenance technicians, actually. Okay, please move on. Yes, so regarding the study program, all these students, once they finish their studies, become pilots with a professional pilot's license. They can be either airplane pilots or helicopter pilots. And what's really important here is that they also receive a higher education degree, or which is not the case. You can become a pilot only by attending courses, but without higher education degree. So the important part here is that their higher education and training course is merged into one study program. Their licenses are internationally accepted. Then air transport, that was for the pilots. Then the next one refers to aeronautical engineers. Again, they acquire different licenses, as you can see here, and higher education degree. In the next slide, you will see study program of the air traffic controllers. They also attend academic studies, and they also are licensed ATC workers or air traffic controllers once they graduate. Then in the next slide, you will see the part of the story about our informal education located in Vršac. So it's again pilot training organization. The only difference is that they do not receive the degree of higher education. It's like a course informal training. Then in the next slide, you will see the fleet, existing fleet at Airport Vršac, which is not really relevant to this story. And also we can skip the following slide because I believe it deals with the curricula of the training. Okay. This is again about the duration of pilot trainings, etc., etc. So we can skip it also. Yes, this is these are the courses provided for aircraft maintenance technicians. They are also aligned with European regulations known as Part 147 and 145. Please move on. Yeah, this is what their training looks like. So they have classroom training and web-based training, etc., etc. And the next slide, number 19, can be also skipped because it gives the explanation of licenses, each license in particular. So if you are interested, you will be provided with presentation later, so you can go through it. Okay, please move on. Yeah, you can skip also this slide. Yeah, this is again the meaning of the licenses they receive. So please move to next slide. Okay, so in general, this system that we employ here is very specific because we have built two parallel education systems into one: formal education with degrees and diplomas and licenses for all students, for secondary students and college students, and informal education, which actually encompasses training program outside the formal education system. But our trainees are also awarded with licenses and certificates. Okay, so please go to the next slide. So we have big plans for the future that include fleet renewal, and these are the types of aircraft that we will acquire soon. Then the next slide shows extending capability list of maintenance training organization, which is not actually important for the story because it's very specific to aviation. Move to next slide, please. The game changer here will be level D simulator for pilot trainings, which is which is supposed to arrive very soon. And what our further plans are to introduce master degree study program, MBA in aviation. So we have accredited bachelor studies in English, but we want to have master's studies also, master study programs. We accept international students because of this accreditation of studies in English. And we are part of the Erasmus Mundus joint master program, which is ongoing now. Okay, we can move to the next slide. So these are certificates and diplomas that we actually have as a school and training center. These are international ones. Then the next slide shows domestic certificates, yes. And this slide 28 includes Erasmus accreditation for secondary school, for aviation academy. And the next slide includes Erasmus Charter for higher education, valid till 2027. What we are in particular proud of are Erasmus projects. So far, we have participated in many projects. Some of them are finished, some of them are currently active, like this one, Ecometeo, which is done with Portugal and Turkey. Then Avico project, coding training with aviation technologies, is also active, and it is only project for teachers. This one, Ecometeo, involves also students and teachers. Yeah, the first these two, multilingual aeronautics world, is closed. Also, safe drones over safe environment is also closed. So please move to the next slide. So these projects are quite new. Waste management in aviation. So it will begin soon, and also this one including virtual reality and augmented reality. Okay, so this is about the project. Yes, please change the slide. And as an institution, we have active membership in several organizations, including ETF. So we are part of this initiative, and also we are part of Greta initiative. Then we are members of European Vocational Training Association, then of Alicante, and Euroshi, which is an international association promoting applied higher education. So these are our active memberships. And in the next slide, you will see our partners and partner institutions and companies. So the first row shows Ministry of Education and Defense, and the second row shows prominent companies that we cooperate with. So this was a short presentation of our school. So for all info and all questions, you can write to these email, or you can visit our LinkedIn profile. So I don't know what the plans are now. Are you going to suggest some questions, or?
Maybe we can, if you have another presentation on the digital tools, maybe we can keep all the questions for after.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I can try and share the presentation myself now.
Okay.
I think, yeah, that I can.
Excellent.
Just a second, please. Bear with me.
We are not in a hurry. Take all your
Okay, so the next session is about digitalization, yeah, at Aviation Academy. So it is a story about transitioning from individual teacher-led initiatives to a comprehensive institutional approach. And what I would like to say that I used Gamma app to create this presentation partly, since we were talking about digitalization and we are going to talk about it. This photo is actually our library, school library, that we are very fond of. And it's a nice place for students and teachers also. Yes, I think that I can move on and start. So early initiative of digitalization was actually shown in 2008 when the Aviation Academy adopted EduPage, which is a cloud-based school management system. So probably many or some of you have already heard about it. So this is my app where I can find useful information, messages, timetable, substitutions, etc., etc. It is still in use today. So there is a mobile app and a web interface for teachers only. Students and parents do not use it, but I will explain why. But if you are interested in this platform, it has excellent capabilities and features. So one of them is messages. You can easily communicate with other teachers, with your classes and parents. There's an electronic grade book, as you can see. It can be accessed by parents and students also. Then there is a class register, so teachers can record their lessons and plans digitally, and it also have many additional features such as homework assignments, attendance tracking, daily updates for substitute teachers, etc., etc. So what we are using in our school are only two features. The first one is for timetables. So we have timetables for all teachers, all classes, all classrooms, and I think that timetables per each subject can also be tracked and seen on the app. And this platform is connected to this monitor that you see. So these monitors are placed in the halls, and students there receive information. They actually serve as electronic information boards, so students can be updated on changes in their timetable on a daily basis in case some of the teachers don't appear that day. The reason why we don't use all the features of this EduPage is that we have electronic register known as NENIC, which is actually the Ministry of Education platform, and it's obligatory. We use it for grading, for tracking attendance, tasks of our students for assessment, both formative and summative assessment, and for different administrative tasks regarding subjects, teachers, classes, and students. So this is another tool that we use. As far as learning management systems are concerned, the one that we use is Moodle. You are all familiar with it. So it is a great learning management system. So the first steps it was first introduced in 2012 with the aim to cover informal trainings and training courses for different companies like airport staff, airlines, etc., etc. As you know, Moodle facilitates the delivery of supplemental learning resources. It provides students with additional lessons, lesson materials, tutorials, and interactive exercises. This is our platform that is currently, this is the layout of our platform currently in use. In 2014, we digitized exams. So it means that we implemented automated grading for the tests that we have, specifically midterm tests and end of the year tests in core subjects such as English, mathematics, and Serbian, because all students, all first graders or second graders do it at the same time. So it's complicated to organize, but it's achievable. And what you see here is an answer sheet. A student from the first grade, it is an entrance test in English. So students' task is to, once they finish the test, to fill in this to choose and mark the answers here. So maybe you cannot see it, but these boxes are actually, this is for the first question, 4 boxes, which means that all questions are multiple choice. So they need to mark it similar like this one. And then these answer sheets are scanned and graded using different tools. So Excel Converter, Form Scanner, and Excel macros are all used to process exam responses, to automate scoring and generate reports for teachers and students also, and for the management of the school. Communication between teachers, all staff, and students is conducted in 2 ways. So we started using Outlook first only for teachers, then all students got their official school accounts. And from 2020, we introduced Teams, MS Teams, to further enhance communication and to provide a possibility for real-time collaboration and video calls and discussions, etc., etc. So regarding digitalization, we fully faced all challenges during COVID-19 as everyone else. So what we learned is that the pandemic highlighted the importance of LMS learning system and other communication tools like Teams, etc. Then the part with the staff and teachers, so the pandemic emphasized the need for teachers to possess proficient or almost proficient digital skills, and to adapt to online learning environments, and to use these tools proficiently for lesson preparation, for online collaboration, assessment, etc., etc. So since 2020, actually, in that year, we had our classrooms fully equipped with video projectors, whiteboards, accompanying audio equipment, smart boards or monitors. So these monitors are also smart boards, video projector, etc. Before that, not all classrooms were equipped with this type of equipment. So only specialized classrooms and cabinets were had full equipment. And as everyone else, we faced different challenges, starting with grading and lectures delivered online, teachers' adaptation to digital tools, and one of them was enrollment, because that was a year when we got the opportunity to enroll 2 bilingual classes. So we were worried that we won't have enough candidates at that point, because they are required to pass English entrance exam. So they needed to prepare for this type of exam. And this is what we actually did. We launched online preparation course for English entrance exam entirely in entire course on Moodle, and I'm just checking. So this should be a video, but it doesn't work now. I cannot play it. I don't know why. It worked perfectly well.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So there isn't anything that I can do to.
We will circulate in any case the presentation, and we will send to all participants. I'm sure the video will work. Sometimes it's just a connection on the sharing the screen at the additional layer.
Okay, maybe if I leave full screen option, maybe it could work. So this was my baby, actually. So it begins with welcome note, general information regarding entrance exam that the students will soon take, and it actually develops all important or crucial skills in English: listening, use of vocabulary, writing, speaking, etc., etc. It is packed with different activities. All are interactive. Some of them are made in Moodle, and some of them are imported from other sites like SCORM packages. And this is still, this course is still used. So we just change the participants. We start a course at mostly in January, and it is finished till May, when the students take examination. And after 2020, we actually opted for Teams, EduPage, and Moodle for administration and teaching and communication. And what we need to use also is e-register prescribed by our Ministry of Education. So this photo shows actually our virtual teachers room. It is Teams MS Teams. So here we post all file or all important info, then files, and there's an extension here. Padlet also, sorry, in this tab, Padlet is incorporated where we enter all our extracurricular activities or sports competitions of students, etc., etc. And it is used for meetings also, and private messages, etc., etc. So for the purposes of this session, I asked my colleagues to say and share digital tools that they use today, so in 2024. So it was a quick survey. It was 71 out of 120 of my colleagues responded to the survey, and some of the key conclusions are that the majority of teachers actually use MS Teams and Outlook on a daily basis to communicate with other teachers, with management of the school, or with the students. If we look at the usage of LMS learning, of Moodle LMS learning system, I got some results. So about 57% of teachers still use Moodle to provide students with additional activities or lecture notes. And we should have in mind that current use of LMS for VET teachers is optional. And that number is significantly higher with college lecturers, since some of the elective courses are completely delivered online when future pilots have their flying sessions in Vršac and flight training in Vršac. I asked my colleagues also about the digital tools they use. So they stated that they mostly use presentation software, something for like Prezi or PowerPoint, 64% of them. They also use different tools for interaction and quizzes, so Google Forms, Kahoot, Testmos, Learning Apps, Easy Test Maker, so a variety of digital tools. They use some video editing tools, and 8% of them said that they use none of the above. So we should have in mind that some of the respondents were religious teachers, which is an elective subject, and physical education teachers, so they do not actually need it. And then the last question was about artificial intelligence-based tools for lecture preparation. And this was quite interesting because only 14% said that they use some AI-based tools, and 86% said that they do not use it. And they mostly use ChatGPT. They use presentation software such as Gamma, which I use today in part to prepare this presentation. And they also use text-to-speech converters, sorry. And that's about it. And in my informal conversation with the students, I also found out that they also use ChatGPT for book reviews, essay writing, which is usual. Sometimes they use some AI presentation-based tools, and they also use black box AI to for their coding lessons, for code writing. So they are not so ahead of us, I would say. So this is the end of this presentation.
Thank you. To give you some rest, we can collect questions on this aspect, which is basically very well prepared history of the evolution of use of digital tools. First of all, I would like to thank you also for the preparation, also for running a survey, which is very, very interesting with the teachers in preparation of this webinar. I have to congratulate the whole school for starting so early. We say 2008 with the introduction of the page, and then we have seen how by the time of COVID you already introduced a number of different tools and learning management systems. In our study of the impact of COVID, we have seen there was a clear difference between institutions who were ready because they've already experimented life for 5-10 years on digitalization. They were more ready to manage the COVID. Of course, it was challenging for them too.
Yeah.
At least they were not starting from scratch. And these institutions usually they've kept on developing. While for other institutions which had not experimented before, what we have seen that after the end of the pandemic, many of them actually went back to the previous lack of digital tools. So I think this is a good example that you kept on continuing after the pandemic to invest in it. So first of all, congratulations. I have a few questions, but I prefer that the participant actually open the session, and only if there's time I will come up with mine. So maybe we can end the sharing and
yes, I'm trying to do it, but yeah, I cannot do it. Can you end my sharing?
I don't know, Laura. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're done. Someone else.
Yes. yes.
Okay. Any questions from our participants on how the Aviation Academy evolved and how they started to use first some tools, and then they developed the LMS, the Moodle, and other forms of other tools for examining and etc. Anyone? You can just open your mic and speak.
Yeah.
Because I think there's not too many of us. Don't be shy.
Hi, I'm Emil. Congratulations for a nice presentation. We are in same country and we are under same Ministry of Education, and we use this ES Dnevnik and other applications. Yes. And I think that we have almost complete system which is really familiar with your system, and that is only a short announcement from our side that we are with a similar system really satisfied, and we are expecting some other things, especially in this AI area. Thanks a lot. That's all from my side. I don't have any question because I'm well introduced with all that things which you showed us before. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, just one technical question from my side. You mentioned, for example, that for the digitizing of the exams, you have you use like instant converter, macros in Excel. Is it done centrally? Like you have colleagues who support teachers in using these, or is each teacher for his own?
No, not the teachers, but it's done by a team of our colleagues who are actually IT teachers or administrative staff. So we do not have anything with this, actually. So they scan all the papers and then they do the rest using the software and programs that I mentioned.
And is it part? I mean, do they do it on a voluntary basis, or is it part of their job to actually other teachers?
Actually, they do it voluntarily. It's not part of their job. Maybe some of them, maybe some of them are in charge of this, like administration stuff, but other teachers are not actually. So they do it voluntarily to help other colleagues.
Okay. Just a curiosity, this is more digitalization, but on your institutions, because aviations tend to be quite expensive. Is your funding fully public?
We are a state school for secondary state school, and college studies are not fully funded. So we have students that are supported by Ministry of Education, and we have also students that who pay for their studies. And if you want to ask me about the prices, I don't know anything about.
Don't worry, I was just curious.
It's quite expensive, yes. That is what I know.
Okay, any other question?
Maybe just to motivate a little bit interventions, contributions from other colleagues. I would like to know if the other educators, teachers see themselves reflected in the statistics, in the final statistics, in the final survey about the use of digital tools. So I don't know, for example, from other countries beside Serbia, if it's more or less in the same as you. So I remember very low use of artificial intelligence tools, about 14%. But on the contrary, there is some interesting, good use of software to help the digitalization in education, like Kahoot and other kind of software presentations and so on. So I'm wondering, I'm asking the other participants if they think that more or less this is the same average, or they have other numbers, other figures. If anybody wants to answer.
Sorry, I'm again active. Emily is calling. I would like to mention something about Google Classroom, because during this Corona period, we accepted that kind of application, and we are still using it because it's good for presentation, for some kind of assessment, and we have some other things which are good in that part of Google applications. Only that I mentioned as additional application which used with other Microsoft Teams and other applications capable to make some interconnection or to present some ideas or lectures or lessons. Thanks, only that.
Thank you very much, Emil. Just a comment from my side. I think there are many countries where there's little developments in terms of systems for management of information in school, because the ministry provided, which is the case for many countries. But this is a good example where you can actually do things complementary. So you can actually have a platform which manage additional functionalities while you keep on using the one provided by the ministry because you have. So I think you can actually complement what the ministry provides, which is already a good point, but you still always have the opportunity to do something more. So I think this is a good example. Now, if there are no specific questions, maybe we have a look at the last presentation, which I think is going to be very interesting. And then we reopen the session for question and answer.
Okay, I'll share my screen again. This is a selection of AI tools that I personally like and that I personally use and that I used. So I will start with AGO AI. It's a tool. AGO means English in Japanese. That provides AI powered English lessons. So you can use it for free, and you can use it for $5 a month. It's very easy to use. It generates listening, reading, speaking lessons for English learners in 3 different levels. So you can use beginner course, intermediate, and advanced. And I recommend it to my students since levels of English in aviation should be higher, B2, B1 plus, B2 mostly. And I get mixed ability students all the time. So they often ask how to improve the English and how to advance in English. So this is a perfect tool for individual learning if they are motivated enough. So each lesson includes a video with subtitles, short reading comprehension passage with questions, multiple choice questions after it, listening activity, speaking activity where you can practice your pronunciation, and you can actually practice speaking with a chatbot, AI chatbot, and vocabulary quiz. So this video is completely AI generated. So when you actually access the platform, you choose your level. I chose intermediate, for example, which is most suitable for my students right now. The first task is to watch the video. Then they can do the listening task. Again, it's now you don't have video, but audio file, and you are asked to fill in the gaps. Once you submit your answer, you will be instantly graded, and you will instantly see the results. After that, there is a short reading passage. So it's, I would say that it's intended for our students currently. So they do not like anything that lasts too long. So what I like about this app is that these underlined words can be checked. So for example, if you click on millions, it will offer a definition for the learners. So, and it will count word lookups used. Then it will show how many academic words are used in this text. So it's a 0 because this is an intermediate level. But if you choose advanced level, you will deal with with academic words. After that, and I believe that this is video, or this was supposed to be video. No video. You can practice pronunciation, review your vocabulary. You are even asked to write a short passage, and so students can, or anyone can, practice their writing skills. And the most exciting part of this is discussion. So you can have a real conversation with AI bot. You can choose to write, or you can also speak and record yourself, and you will get your answer and response instantly. And once you are done with the conversation, you will be graded also. So I didn't include it because I thought that I could share it in a video. So the whole transcript of your conversation is shown, and below you get detailed feedback information, and you can opt to receive that information in your own language, which is quite easy for second language learners to perceive the info in their own language. So Who is it for? It is for individuals who want to improve their English skills. It is also for teachers who want to introduce this advanced teaching methodology into the classroom. It is for stress-free teachers, so you don't need anything to be prepared for the next lesson, for a sudden substitute lesson. You don't need to know whether your students have books or anything with them that day. And it's quite easy to integrate it into existing curriculum because it covers different topics: education, entertainment, travel, tourism, almost all topics that you can come up with. And it has an option for institutions. I'm not quite familiar with it because what I do is just open my account and then share it with other students through video projector. I don't use this discussion feature during the lessons because they do not have, they can use it on their phones, but I don't use it. I use it for listening, for reading, for comprehension questions, for discussion, to motivate students to engage, so they like it actually. Also, they use it individually. So because if you use a free account, you will get access to the latest 4 lessons, which are updated weekly. And if you want to see the full catalog of lessons, you will have to pay $5 a month. And the benefit of this app is that you can really practice speaking without traveling. So you get real-time corrections on your grammar, vocabulary used, and you can get it in your own language. So currently it supports 60 languages. One of them is Serbian also. It also gives possibility to involve critical thinking and to involve diverse perspectives. Then what I would like to present, so I discovered Ego AI and Defeat a year ago, and this one is also one of my favorites because this one is more teacher-centered. So the first one was student-centered mostly, and this is the one that helps educators create different differentiated learning materials quickly and efficiently. So you will automatically get reading material that corresponds to different grade levels. It also supports different languages. I tried it in Serbian. It works, but some improvements should be made. Okay, so activities that you get are comprehension questions, vocabulary list, summaries of the text, multiple choice activities, short answer quizzes, and you can actually upload any video. You can provide it with any link, newspaper article, doc, PDF, or literally anything. This is my favorite one. I just type in the words that I want to be covered. So for example, you will see it because we will share the documents. I entered navigation, dead reckoning, pilotage, and basic navigation, and I got an excellent learning material that could be further adapted for my students. And the outputs are Google Slides, PDFs, Google Forms even. So that's what I recorded for you. You can export it to Google Classroom. You can download a presentation or a Word file and then to adapt it, whatever you like. So this is the layout. So once you are here, this is my account. You need to click Start New, and then literally anything. So maybe you can say it, enter a topic, a theme, or a question here. Here you can enter an article or a YouTube link, then any type of text or PDF, and vocabulary list. So you only enter words that you want to incorporate into the lesson. I always choose 11th grade because I want reading articles to be on a level B1, B1 plus, or advanced level. English is the language that I choose. And here, all your creations, all the resources that you create are stored. And it actually, you can pick in advance the activity that you want to create, or the skill that you want to achieve by creating that material. So for example, critical thinking, problem solving, vocabulary, etc., etc. So I cannot share the video. Maybe I can find it.
If you stop sharing and you just go on your account, then you could do it if you want.
Yes, yes. So do we have time for it?
I think this is interesting.
Okay. Just a second. I don't know what's.
Stop sharing.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Now
Reset
you can just
to
go to
default. I did something to this one. I cannot stop sharing.
No, you stop sharing. We don't see you sharing.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now I'm here. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
No, you have to start sharing again.
Okay. Just a second. Okay, I'm here.
You haven't started sharing your screen. You can just, because if you go to the
portion of the screen. Yes, I found it.
Now I see.
Okay, so just a second. I should move this here. Defeat. Okay, so teacher start here. This is it. Okay, so this was the last thing that I did. I just entered the topics: dead reckoning, basic navigation, pilotage and fix, and reading level, what I wanted was 11th grade plus. So it starts generating activities. So what you get is a photo, then adapted reading passage, which you can edit. You can adjust the length. You can show sources if you want. So this one was taken from Wikipedia, then some manuals and best guide for pilotage and dead reckoning. You can hide them. You can edit the text. You can copy only this part of the text and do something else with it. Then you have a short summary. You can edit it. You can copy the summary. Keywords, which is extremely useful for English teachers. So you can opt to add more vocabulary, so more words to define. Add your own words like navigation, for example. And it will be generated and included here. Then you have multiple choice questions. You can add more questions. So it usually generates 3 questions, but if you want, you can add 3 more questions, choosing the level. So if you want, you can opt for comprehension questions, then simple reasoning, extended thinking, which includes analyzing information to solve complex problems. And I opted for comprehension questions, now waiting for them. And here they are. Then short answer texts, open-ended prompts, which are extremely useful for discussions, for example, etc., etc. So you can get more activities. Student activities. If you want to talk about vocabulary, it will suggest vocabulary activities for teachers. If you want to emphasize reading strategies of your students, it will also suggest different layouts and different ways to do it. Collaboration also is included here. So one of the activities is think, pair, share, which is a usual activity used by teachers worldwide, etc., etc. And okay, vocabulary, I will choose that. So visual vocabulary slides. So you can generate Google Slides, PowerPoint, and PDF, whatever you like, just by clicking export. Okay, choose account. Continue. So it will probably send it. Sometimes it sends it to your emails, and sometimes you can save it manually. Yes. So I think that it can be exploited by other teachers also, especially if they use activities in their languages. Okay, I will opt for a PowerPoint presentation. I think that it is a great tool for those teaching in bilingual classes like we have here, so English and content and language integrated learning. So it will take less time for teachers to prepare. Although they are all very proficient in English, some of them less or more, it takes time to prepare a lesson in English if you are not an English teacher. And that would be my concluding remark. So the presentation is here downloaded, as you can see. Do you want me to show it to you?
See if you can.
Yeah. Okay, so it can be adapted. Okay, sorry. The first slide is actually a teacher instruction page, and it should be deleted after this. So this is the first slide. These are vocabulary terms defined, and in an example sentence, you can attach an image to this. You can adapt it and change it, whatever you like. So then this is the part with reading and taking notes. You can also add whatever you like to this, as you will see in the examples that I will share with you later. And I only have one tool left.
Yep.
Yeah, it's TurboScribe. Maybe you have heard of it, and I use it. Okay, I need to return to my presentation. So I used it during this summer for Erasmus project that I participate in. So my task of my colleagues was to interview different people from industry that deal with drones and unmanned aircraft, and to interview teachers that are involved in coding teaching. So I had about 20 interviews, and after that, I needed to make short summary for all these interviews. So it was quite a task for me because it was the end of the year, and then I opted for AI tools. I tried several tools, but this one works very well. So it converts your audio or video to text. It supports almost 100 languages. It can handle large files, as you can see, but I used free version, so you can upload free audios or videos daily. And they cannot be longer than 30 minutes, I believe, as far as I remember. And then you can do an export. You can export it into different types of formats, so docs, PDFs, etc. There is also paid version, so $20 per month. And if you want to use free plan, you can use it only for free files. And after 30 minutes each. And after 24 hours, you will be reminded that you can upload free files more. It works really well, and the advanced version of this tool even includes speaker recognition or noise reduction options, which is great. And it can also use ChatGPT for summaries. I didn't have that option. I used free version, so I just made transcriptions of each interview, and then all the interviews were in Serbian. Then I translated the summary into English, but the job was done. So I'm fan of this tool, TurboScribe, and it can be used in many ways for teachers. So you can upload any video, then get the transcript, and then adapt the material further if you want. Fill in the gaps, comprehension questions, whatever you really want. So I think this is all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you also.
Congratulations for your activism. I know that this is, I'm sure that the Aviation Academy facilitates use of digital tools, but I'm sure there's a lot of your personal interest and willing
Yes.
to develop as a teacher. So it was very, very interesting. I open the floor for question. While you can, as I said before, you just unmute yourself, you start speaking. I'll start with the very simple ones. I guess the Aviation Academy does not pay when for fees of this software.
No.
The second question is, from what you said before, do you have somebody in the school who actually facilitates the diffusion of these tools? So somebody who actually go to other teachers, show these tools, train them. Do you have this type of profile, or is it mainly based on teachers talking to each other?
Yes, it's mainly based on teachers talking to each other, and I am one of the persons who do that. So in our school, English teachers are quite enthusiastic about technology. So we share all tools and all new things that we hear of with other colleagues. And we also have a good IT department, so they are also willing to share anything that they actually learn new with other colleagues.
And what is the student's reaction? Because we always assumed before the COVID that they would have welcomed any innovation in digital technology used for teaching and learning, but there were some mixed reactions, and there were some studies which highlighted how part of the students reacted in a negative way with a conservative approach. How was the reaction of your students? How did you?
During COVID or?
No, in general, in the use of these new tools, are they welcoming it? Are they opposing it? Did you have to actually convince them? How was your reaction?
Okay. So if it isn't too much of anything, then it's okay. So if we use too much technology, then they are not motivated to use it. But mainly they react positively to everything new. So when I show them Ago AI, they were thrilled to use it, and many of them said that this is a game changer for them because they are going to use their free time efficiently. They do not have to attend courses and pay for private lessons. So I think that they react positively to technology in the classroom and outside the classroom most of the time, I would say.
Thank you very much. We are over the time, but definitely if there are questions, I would like to go through them. I don't know, maybe it's the first time people are a bit shy. I hope that in Spain we'll have the opportunity actually meeting each other to be more engaged in the discussion. But while I still wait for questions, I would like to thank you very much for this presentation. It's always difficult to be the first ones. We actually volunteered you, so we went to you because we had little time. We had to find somebody very quickly, so we very much appreciate it. the work you've done, also the preparatory work, especially with the questionnaire. It was very, very interesting. And as we mentioned before, any questions you have also for the study visit, don't hesitate. You can just send emails to me, to Roberto, to Loretta, and we will support you so that we don't have any doubt for the study visit. Otherwise, if there are no additional questions,
maybe one question from me. Sorry for bothering. I would like to ask something to Maria. Did you compare the progress of learning English with this digital support, and only when you have regular classes with the conversation and everything what you are doing on regular or typical classes? Did you have some estimation?
No, I don't, unfortunately not. But that's an interesting question to be covered. So no, I didn't. I don't have precise results. So as you know, you get mixed ability students. So some of them are proficient users of English. Some of them are beginners when they enter high school. So it's quite difficult to merge the class. So that's why you need differentiation, and that's why DFID is actually a great tool to create different activities for all of them, for false beginners, for proficient students. But I don't have any report stating whether they learn better with the use of technology or only by speaking and actively participating in the classroom.
I would say that this, Maria, it's more responsibility of not the individual teachers, but that's where policies have to get into the game, and these studies have to be done using a sample of schools and a sample of students and teachers by the national authority or by research center, because it requires time. Already innovating and learning how to use software requires time, is an additional task that teachers put on herself. So this is questions that we should raise when we discuss about policies about digitalization education. It's a very good question, Emil. It definitely it's easier to convince the government to invest and students to participate and teachers to use tools when you have evidence which back it up. So it's a very good point, and we can put it up on for the discussion during the study visit, but also throughout these 2 years. I think it's a very, very valid point.
Thanks
Anything
a lot.
else?
Thanks
Emil.
a lot. I had an additional question. It was about funding and charging about these applications. Usually in education, we are trying to use this open source or educational version, which is or free of charge or with limited usage or with limited tools. How do you battle, or how do you find the solution? And do you have special funds for some kind of application which are good for aviation or any other things which are directly connected with your branches and your qualifications?
Okay, some of the money is used from Erasmus project funds. So soon we are going to acquire virtual reality and augmented reality sets through the project. We can also pay for different subscriptions, using the funds and other projects. But generally, the management of the school has to find a way how to acquire the tools or anything that we want to use in education or practical training. So I'm not the right person to answer this question because I'm not part of the management, you know.
We will ask Daniela.
Yes, she is the right person to be asked, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other point? Okay, let me thanks all the participants. I know it's a tough period of the year, and was very glad that we managed to have all the participants attending this webinar. I know many of us skip lunch, but I think actually it deserved. And so I'm very much looking forward to meet all of you in Madrid. And I take the opportunity also to thank, of course, Roberto, Marta, Loretta, Inna for all their work. So if you don't have anything else, Maria, thank you very much again.
Yes, thank you for your patience and your attention. I hope that the presentations met your expectations. So if you have any further suggestions, please write to me or to Daniela. And that's all.
We will circulate the presentation after the meeting. So with we will be done to do all the presentations that we did today to all the participants. Roberto,
okay.
Did you raise your hand?
No, I was clapping my hands.
Thank you.
I misread the icon. Okay, again, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for Maria and Daniela for hosting, and we will provide you with all the information study visits in the coming days. If you have any doubt, contact us. Otherwise, see you there.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, everybody, and see you very
Thank
soon.
you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank
you.
you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.